How's OTAs and off-season workouts been going for you?
OTAs is fun. Workouts are workouts. Building this foundation, meeting everybody, new guys, new faces, the rookies. So having a good time, spending this time together.
What does it mean to, I'm supposed to speak to Kirk Cousins coming to the team? We haven't talked to you since he was signed.
Yep.
What does that mean, hope for, what does that may mean for you in the future? For having a veteran quarterback who's been around the block and so forth.
Yeah, just like you said, been around the block, veteran quarterback. It's great to learn from him. He's seen a lot of ball, so he has a lot to teach, and, he's seen different players in different sizes, so, he can help you win.
And then on the business side, was it gratifying that they picked up your fifth-year option?
Definitely, it's a blessing, and for the upstairs, people that still have faith in me, and try and show them I can do something different this year.
You gonna spend any time with Kirk? Just like, I don't know, I've seen him with some people around town, whether that's like an LA night or a Braves game or something. Any examples of sharing time together?
Golf with Kirk one time, and then Kirk took us down, to John Gruden's place and watched tape and heard how he broke it down and how he likes different things and just growing each day and each week.
How much does it mean to you to go into this season healthy?
Amazing. I mean, everybody likes to feel 1,000% and not back at your normal self.
I know you don't like talking about yourself in that way, but what was how bad was it? Because people see you on the field, they expect Kyle Pitts to be Kyle Pitts.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it was so much bad during the game. It was more the preparation during the week. Just dealing with that, soreness and tightness just all through the week. And the Sunday show day, so we figured out on Sunday, but all during the week it was a grind.
Does being full go during the preseason and then training camp make a massive difference heading into the regular season? Like how much? What matters most during that time?
Yeah, like how you said, just being full go, being in shape, being as strong as you can, and being able to perform at your highest level.
You think mentally it helps too?
100%, because when you feel good, you look good, nobody can stop you.
You slid in that John Gruden reference. He was the wide receiver coach when I started covering the Packers.
Yeah.
Where did y'all go? Is that Tampa? Or?
Yeah, down at his Tampa office. So watched a lot of tape. Learned. I didn't know who the father of the choice was until then. Just different tight ends and different philosophies and just different things to take into each day to help me be my best and do as much as I can to contribute to the offense.
He talks real fast. Were you able to understand?
Fast and loud and low, and he can, he'll keep a conversation. He'll keep you intrigued.
So who is the father of the choice, Rob?
Art Monk. Yeah.
Educator.
When I learned that, I was like, ooh, I didn't even know they had film at that time.
Kyle, what excites you about this new offense and thinking about kind of, how you might be utilized differently within this scheme?
Yeah, just like you said, new offense. So everybody, it's a new foundation, a new quarterback, new coaching staff, new offensive coordinator. So just everybody just, being able to grow and evolve. So just we'll see what it has to come.
Kirk was saying that the importance of getting on the same page is huge with everybody. Is a trip like that, like beyond the film, what did that do to the brotherhood of you guys?
It was great just hearing how he breaks it down and how, he is seeing it on the field. So when you hear that, you know how to play faster, where to be in different situations.
What about relationship-wise, getting to know somebody on the field?
Oh, yeah. Even that's the main part, just the camaraderie part, just talking to him, asking about his kids and, what he likes to do in his off time and things he doesn't like as well.
You talk about all those news. You were a rookie not too long ago. Are there similar factors, I guess, in this year, kind of because there's so much unfamiliarity compared to when you came in as a rookie?
I would say somewhat. I would say I'm a super rookie. I'm not rookie, but I'm in the, we're all in this new offense, new regime, new schedule. So we're all in this fresh, but learning new offense is always fun.
And one of the things Kirk says, what his favorite part so far, he says, been able to just watch film with you guys, just communicate and talk like that. What have you guys been able to learn from him? Because it seems like that's one of his favorite things.
He's very intentional, and that's what you get with a vet. They tell you where to be in different coverages and different, going against different players. They tell you how to win. how we can utilize the offense the most and win our matchups.
When did you notice that intentionality? Was it kind of right away, or has it developed over these last couple of weeks?
I would say first day, when we started installing, he was just throwing little things like that. And then we started getting more plays and things, and he would tell you, guys, I like this, or guys, on this, don't do this. So just different intricacies so that we can.
Sorry, for you, when you're getting used to a new quarterback, what's the most important part for you so that you guys can be on the same page, besides communication, obviously?
Yeah, just relationship, communication, and, being his safety blanket.
Drake Clark Phillips outside.
Kind of bouncing off those questions, Kirk and even Michael have been the fifth and sixth quarterbacks you've worked with playing for this team. Is that hard as a pass catcher to kind of adjust to different styles, or is it something that kind of moments like now mini camp that you're able to kind of get that and kind of see how they are as a quarterback?
I mean, yeah, this is the time we want to use this time to catch from a right-hand quarterback and left hand as well. I mean, obviously they spin different ways, so it's a little different in terms of the catch point when it gets to you, but we play ball at the end of the day, you got to catch it.
Is that the first time you played with will this be the first time you had a left-handed quarterback? Or?
Yes.
Yeah. So getting used to that.
We just spin the other way. That's all. Ball still gonna hit you in your face if you don't catch it. So
He can spin it, can't
he can spin it, yeah.
he? What's your early impressions of him?
Oh, I like him. I watched him, coming out of college. He's a great player, and I'm excited to see what he does in the coming.
From your perspective, how do those two compare? Like, is there, like, as far from just like the way the ball comes out, like, is it kind of similar or different?
I mean, they're two different people. Kirk is 36, and Mike's 25, I think. So they're different people, different playing styles. One's younger. I'm sure they'll change, but we're not getting into comparing the two because I really can't.
Anything else for Kyle?
Thank you.
All right, appreciate it.
D-Bass.
Clark, how's just the off-season been? It's coming into your sophomore season. How's that process been for you?
Really good. It's been good, to kind of get acclimated, start to learn the scheme that we're going to be running, get in with the guys early in the off-season, and just kind of get better.
Obviously, it's still so early, day two of really playing football. But there's a position opposite A.J. Terrell. How are you approaching that?
Just get better every single day. Put your best foot forward, learn the scheme, learn the defense, and then try to make plays. You're out there.
What kind of energy is Raheem brought? I mean, he seems just kind of more kind of lively, energetic out there on the field. How's it been for you guys?
Everything that you just said, lively, energetic. He's got a great passion for it, you can tell. Great coach, and so far it's been great.
He's got kind of that DB background. Does he kind of come over and try to do some personalized stuff with you guys, or does he leave that to? For sure, him and all the coaches always coaching us up, always making sure we're on our P's and Q's. Him specifically, like you said, DB background, so nobody better understands it than him.
Jimmy Lake and obviously Gary Gray still also have that DB background. How helpful has that been so far?
Yeah, same for them. Like it's been awesome because we got a staff full of guys that understand the defensive back position. It's good because you get reps and everyone's kind of got an input on it. Everyone can kind of see it from their own perspective, but also from a perspective of a DB. So that's always great.
Do you feel like there's continuity going from last year? Because obviously you have different defense coordinator, but you've got some of those same guys in the secondary that kind of put together the coverage. So does it feel kind of like you're just stepping into the next kind of step of the evolution of the? Yeah,
that's a good way to put it. I mean, when you play with guys for a year, multiple years, like it definitely feels good to be able to continue that kind of progress and learn new things. And I think that's why it's so great too. We got more additions to the staff and more additions to our room because we get to learn from different guys. We got a lot of guys in that room, and as a younger guy in this league, it's really exciting to be able to learn from so many guys too.
I know you're on the other side of the ball, but how Kirk Cousins kind of influenced the team dynamic here?
As advertised, great quarterback, and great leader from what I've seen so far. So I look forward to continuing to work with the guy.
Gary Gray had mentioned before the season had ended to tell you guys to play basketball and keep loose and stuff like that. Is that something you've done?
Definitely. I would say right when the season ended last year, that was one of the first things that I did when I hooped a little bit. I pride myself in being a mid-range shooter, and then a lockdown defender. So give me your best guy and let me guard him. So that was something that I definitely did for a little while. Now little less of that, being that we're in OTAs, but it was definitely something that I did.
And how does that help, like, DB specifically?
Like Coach Gray said, just work on training the eyes. And that was one of the biggest things for me last season, and every DB for that matter, is just making sure that you have good eyes, whatever coverage. And basketball, you got to have great eyes or else you'll get scored on.
Who are you playing with? Like, is it like high school?
Oh, just guys that, from California that I used to play with back in the day.
Anything else? All right, thanks, guys.
Appreciate you guys.
I feel much better. I don't think I could go out there and do it by myself. But no, we have great additions to this team. Mooney, Ray, we got Rondell, we have who we brought Red back. We got a lot of guys out here who can really, really ball. They got speed and they can go, and just very, very excited to play with them and learn from them as well.
So relief having all them now, basically.
Yeah, I would say that.
No disrespect to the quarterbacks in the past, but what does Mr. Cousins mean to this team in the present?
Yeah, it means a lot to have a vet like that come out here and show us the way and lead us. And also at the same time, he learns from us as well. It is very, very cool, so we're all excited and ecstatic that he's here.
Were you on that trip to Tampa that Kyle was talking about? Or just maybe the tight ends? He said he went to John.
Yeah.
What was that like, and just the bonding experience to get to know guys on a human, personal level?
It was eye-opening. I think it broke down a barrier between all of us that was needed, and I think we all had the same goal at the end of the day, and that fires me up, so I'm excited about that.
That was a day trip? Was it one-day trip? Or?
Yeah.
Is Kirk as vanilla as he seems in person?
Yep.
Get what you get, huh?
Yep, he a dad, for sure. But I love it, man. He's a good guy.
Who else was on that trip? You, Kyle, Kirk?
Mooney.
Better fly in and out that day trip because the airport's real close.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Florida's right there, so yeah.
Jake, one of the things that Kyle was talking about is that Kirk has a lot of intentionality behind him. He's very intentional with you guys. What do you notice about the way that he's trying to bring you guys together right now?
Just camaraderie in general. You got to have that in order to have a great team. So that goes back to the point. He's a veteran. He's been in here. This is about to be his 13th season. So to have a guy who knows the ins and outs of it, to make this a little bit easier and maybe raise our percentages a little bit higher to go out there and ball and execute, then I'm going to listen, So I think it's been very helpful.
It's been early, but what have you learned from him so far?
A ton of things. I'm not going to go down the list. There's a ton of things, but just to have him in his building and in his presence here is helped a lot, especially with the coaches and everybody, everything. Yeah.
For you, you're a hot name as a breakout this year. You feeling that? You embrace that?
Let's just say I have a bad taste in my mouth. That's it.
What was the bad taste from, and how do you get rid of it?
I got to go out there and play and ball. That's pretty much it.
You feel you have something to prove, even though when you were given the opportunities, you showed the ability to shine?
You always have something to prove in this league. There's always new people coming in. There's always vets who are going to stay there and be great. So I want to go out there and make a stand for myself as well, because I know what I can do. I know what type of player I am.
With all the new receivers, do you feel an extra sense of leadership in that room now?
Yeah, most definitely. Hold each other all accountable, and I think my past wide receiver rooms have always been like that. I just don't think we got to shine through as much as we will now, So very excited about the future.
How have y'all bonded?
Very well, yeah, we bonded good.
What did you learn from going down to see Gruden?
A lot of things. Yeah, there was a ton of stuff that we learned, very eye-opening, and I think it just put a new mindset on a lot of us.
Was it sort of thing where Kirk was kind of leading you through things, or was it Gruden's kind of showing whatever he had in mind, or how would you describe it then?
It was just both. It was both, yeah.
And who was the father of the choice, Rob?
What was that?
Who's the father of the choice, Rob?
Art Monk.
All right, pass the quiz.
Yeah. Who told you that?
Hey, Kyle, tip us out. Yeah. Hey, what was you were thinking when they drafted Michael? We didn't on the draft day. You got Kirk signed, and now they doubled down on.
Yeah, I don't really pay attention to all that stuff because I'm trying to enjoy my off season well and get ready for it. But at the same time, he's a freaking baller, I mean, we've seen that's why we took him at that spot. But, we're just happy that he's here. And we've seen it a couple times. He's slinging it. So we're just excited that we have him here,
Does it hurt that all the mentality of the team when everybody on the team wants a win now mode? but the franchise with that first pick is preparing for the future. Is there a little friction now, would you say, between the team and the plan that the front office is doing?
They ain't got nothing to do with us going forth with this year at all. My goal is to win, and I'm pretty sure everybody else's goal is to win. So as long as we're winning, I'm fine. I don't think about the future too much.
I guess then how does Michael help you guys win now?
Just being the baller that he is. And if his time comes up, then it comes up. Everybody has to stay ready. Football is 100% injury rate, so you never know when your time is going to come,
Raheem has said that Kirk is the perfect person for Michael.
Who's your favorite DB?
Huh? None of y'all.
Raheem has said that Kirk is the perfect person for Michael to learn from. Why is that, from your perspective?
He's an all-around pro. He does everything right. Off the field, on the field, watching film, whatever, taking care of his body. He does everything right. So for Michael to have that and Kirk take him under his wing is going to be a huge thing to lengthen out his career, whatever it might be,
For people who don't have like a concept of what it's like to learn a new offense or a new system, how difficult is it?
It's pretty difficult. You start at square one again. You learn new verbiage. You just learn a lot of new things. You may be put in a new position, whatever it might be, but it's starting at square one again. Just think about learning multiplication again or something like that. Just think of it that way.
Have you been able to, you said you want some of your own time, have you been able to partake in the NBA playoffs? Any thoughts there?
The Lake Show is out, right?
Right.
Yeah, I ain't watching it.
Okay. All right. Here's the old hooper. We got to check in
online,
with
people
you.
were talking about could NFL players play basketball and anything like that. I thought of you because obviously.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
None of us average 25.
30. Yeah, I've seen a couple buzz around it. I know I feel I can do it. I was a better basketball player coming out of high school, so I thought I was going to play basketball, but I'm here now, so it kind of changed. I may be living proof of it, but who knows?
He said one of his favorite things is throwing a bench route to you.
Yeah.
How's it on the receiving end of that?
Yeah, I mean, it's been nice. Just have to win, and then the ball will be at the right spot every time. So.
Hey, what was your biggest takeaway to the trip to see John Gruden?
I didn't know what to expect. I've had some guys tell me how, special he was, but seeing it firsthand, he's an amazing person. And I learned a lot just being in that room for the 3 to 4 hours we were there, and he loves showing some old school film. Yeah, it was a very nice trip.
When you were watching that film, did you see players from the other generation that remind you of yourself? Any receivers that you say, what?
We didn't really do anything like comparison-wise. He just threw some guys out there that he knew that we wouldn't know of, and it was nice to experience that for sure though.
What's it been like building a bond in the wide receiver room, especially since the only returner from last year is Drake London?
It's been nice. I mean, I called Drake immediately when I first got here. When I first signed or whatever, I told him that I'm not competing with you. Like we're gonna do this thing together, so you don't have to worry about me stepping on any toes. Like I'm here for you, and I'm here to learn with you, and vice versa. So you don't have to worry about me. No egos at all. So let's do this thing together, and let's go win.
Could you review Chicago for us? We saw the numbers. You had the 1,000-yard season, a lot of change during your tenure there. Could you just sum up what that was like?
Everything's a learning curve in life, so just learning experience. Obviously, there was change, and I think, I don't really try to worry about the past and worry about what's now. And my goal every year is just to dominate, and I don't even want to speak about what I'm going to do. I just want to go out there and prove it. So nothing to speak about, besides my goal every year is just to dominate. And with this playbook and with the quarterback and the style of offense, I feel like that's a good thing for everybody, receiver-wise for sure, on this team. So
when you look around the offense and you see Drake and Bijan and Pitts and all these playmakers, what excites you about that combination and how you guys can kind of grow together?
It's a lot of special plays, and I get kind of frustrated when we're out there if we're not, perfect. I feel like every time we throw the ball up in the air, it should be completed. I feel like we should not lose a rep at all. I feel like it should be our defense just saying, hey, we're going against a great offense every day. I mean, what can we do? We can't stop that. So if it's not completed, I'm frustrated. So I'm striving for perfection, and that's my goal every day at practice.
What do you like about Raheem Morris and the vision that he has for this team?
He's straightforward. Who you get every day, that's him. And he's exciting to be around. He brings the juice for sure, and he brings in that confidence in a player to, go out there and dominate. He gives you that relaxation just to, chill, recover, and then let's hit it again. It's not just like drilling you. So it's it gets you to a space where you push yourself and then know he can let back to where you have to chill, recover your body, and just like I said, just recovering your body and stuff. So.
Kirk has talked a lot about studying you guys, your film and your tendencies. How have you seen that process now translate onto the field?
Timing wise, he's getting reps. He was getting reps before we even got on the field. Having a like Drake, their connection is already there. Just on where Drake likes the ball, and you can really just throw the ball up to Drake. He's gonna, bully the guy. And just me, I may be faster than some other guys getting out of my cut, so he probably has to be faster throwing the ball. And he's been on time with everybody, so there's no lack of rhythm there at all.
Is it surprising, kind of mind-boggling, what talk about the timing, what he's able to do, push off on that right leg 5.5 months from having surgery on it?
Yeah, I mean, I try to ask him about it, I know how it feels when someone asks you about something off of an injury. So he's probably like, yeah, I'm good, but you never know. So, I mean, he's doing a good job of hiding it if it is a problem, so.
I forgot about Cadero. So how have he and Drake helped the transition into a new team be easier?
They're giving me some insight on some of the things that they didn't like last year that we are doing this year. And, yeah, they've been doing some good things for me as well, just moving me around. I remember the first day I didn't even know where the team meeting room was, so I'm walking all the way down there and then having to walk back up here because I didn't know what was going on. But they're doing some good things for me, and I appreciate those guys a lot.
Not to keep talking about this John Gruden trip, but, with you guys going down there so early, you guys are just trying to build camaraderie, and what you guys took away from that, what do you hope that you all learn as a group and can actually translate that here on the football field?
I think that trip was a nice break in the ice. I mean, we talked about some things that you normally never talk about, like what frustrates you, what's some things that you hate, and now like one of my things that I hate, I hate check downs in 7-on-7. So Kirk knows, like, don't check the ball down in 7-on-7 because Mooney hates that. So it's some things that you dislike and things that you do love and things that you just learn about a person, outside of football. So I think that was one of the biggest parts of the trip, and I think it was good for all of us for sure.
When was that trip?
Last week.
Yeah.
And was it like Kirk said, hey, I'm going down there, you want to come? Or what were kind of how did it all come about?
He planned it like when we first got here, and he was like, hey, these are the dates that I plan to go here. If everybody's open, around these dates, let's go ahead and plan, and then we planned ahead. So.
You think Gruden's itching to get back?
Oh, yeah. He's in the room, like when he's going over his thing. It seems like he's still in the, the team meeting, so you can tell he's definitely ready to get back into it.
What did Kirk say frustrates him?
He hates like guys like celebrating when they like catch a ball over somebody. But that's just one of the things. Yeah, he doesn't like that. So, but I mean, if it's a crazy play, we're gonna have to celebrate.
So if he checks down to you, he celebrates, gets his on, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
With the schedule release coming out tomorrow, do you guys pay attention to that? Do you look at that? You excited?
For sure. I'm definitely excited to see. I mean, if it's home or away, the first game of the season, and then how it all plays out. If we're going to Denver late in the year or going to Philly late in the year, we have those games. So definitely excited to see how the schedule pops out for sure.
Are you checking to see who has the best social media presentation of the schedule that's going to be going on?
I'm not even on social media, so I wouldn't even know, man.
We should stay off of it.
Yeah, stay away.
All right.
All right, thank you guys, man.
Okay, how's just OTAs been? And there's a lot of talk about drafting an edge rusher, but here you are, y'all, and not in the first round. But like, what does that say about where your group is at this point?
Overall, I think OTA is being great. You know, obviously we have to learn the new system. It's a little bit different compared to what we did last year, but I'm excited. Definitely excited by the way we're looking right now. We all supporting each other. We all grinding, coming to work every day, just trying to get better one day at a time.
In terms of you know, a new system under Jimmy Lake, how's that?
It's been great, honestly. You know, just he put a lot of emphasis on playing fast and getting off the ball, and I think I'm loving it so far. Like every install we had so far, I mean, I'm loving every step of it. I'm excited.
Y'all took quite a few steps last year defensively. Now, how do you continue that continuity under, you know, with all the change?
I think it's been a transition period. Obviously, things that I did last year was a little bit different, but I think also helped me because now I'm able to do the combination of both. Different system, but it's a couple similar things in it.
At this point, have you learned anything new about how you approach off seasons or anything like that?
Definitely. I feel like the older you get in the league, everything started to slow down, and you're able to prep a little bit differently. And I definitely think that I have a routine in place in terms of going into my third year compared to my first year and second year.
How much have you gotten into any of the rookies yet?
How much have I?
Gotten to know any of the rookies?
I mean, I've got to know the D lineman and the outside linebacker so far because we kind of intertwined and we're in the same room as well.
You mentioned routine. How coming in as a rookie, how like developmental is it to have that, and do you help any of the rookies with that, or is that something?
Definitely, because when coming in as a rookie, you know, everything is new and you have a lot of questions. And I mean, you're seeing things for the first time, and depending on what you did in college, it might be different. For me, it definitely was, because some of the things I did in my rookie year, I did not do in college. And I think you just try to fit in. You're trying to get to know your teammates and everything. So everything moved a little bit fast. And compared to my third year, I've been with these guys for some years now. So I think everything moved at a slow pace. And even the defense, going into my third defense, there's a lot of similarities when you go into it. So it's not as hard as it would have been my rookie year.
What were your first interactions with Raheem Morris like, and how has that relationship grown so far?
It was dope. He's a great guy. He's such an easy, outgoing person. It's easy to have a conversation with him. He's also somebody that's going to push you and bring the best out of yourself. I just got out of the shop, man. I'm still sweating and stuff.
What do you like about his vision defensively?
Like I said, we're going to play fast, physical, play free, and I talked about it earlier. I'm excited because that's some of the things I love to do, just playing fast, physical, and free, not have to think as much, and just I feel like that brings the best out of you, honestly.
You was talking about how this particularly is hard for defensive players, OTAs, because there's limits to what you guys can obviously do. So what do you want to take away from this part of the year?
I think this part of the year is more so about the fundamentals, like just putting yourself in a position where the playbook is kind of muscle memory going into camp. So for defensive player, obviously playing linebacker is not so much about being physical, just fundamentals and knowing your keys. You want to get into training camp and knowing the defense ins and out, and then so that way when we put the pads on, you're able to play free.
Anything else? Did you do anything particular with your time away from football?
Travel for the most part. Just training and travel.
Your favorite trip, or where did you go?
I actually went back to Cameroon this offseason. That was my first time back in a minute, and I had such a great time. It was a long flight, but I made it happen.
What did you do?
In Cameroon? Just visit family. It's been a long time since I've been there. I feel like everything it felt kind of new at first. Because last time I was there, I think I was 13. So I guess for a sense, I wouldn't say it was a culture shock all over again, but it was different. I enjoyed my time down there.
Are they able to watch you when they're over there?
Yeah, actually. So it's actually funny. When I got to the airport, it was some people that was there. I don't know how they found out I was going down there. But.
Anything else? All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.